I am Tara from livingonadime.com, and today we are making Christmas candies. Alright, this is in our Dining on a Dime cookbook volume 1, and the first one I'm going to make is called the microwave candy. And basically what the microwave candy is peanut clusters, or walnut clusters, raisin clusters, or dried fruit clusters. You can make them with any of those or all of them if you want. That'd be really good. The other one we're doing is the Marshmallow Bonbons and Coconut Haystacks. This recipe is in Dining on a Dime Volume 1. Now, what you're going to need is you're going to need some candy coating of some sort. Now, this is Almond Bark, and this is 24 ounces, and I paid $2.87 for it, so it's about the same price as chocolate chips. Now, you can use chocolate chips, but if you use chocolate chips, you will have to add something like paraffin shaved into it to make it hard later, okay? So then what you want to do is your bark comes in a great big hunk, and then you just want to break it up into pieces if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. And then you're going to stick that in the microwave. Now, we're going to hope that this is a moment my microwave is working, because it has been going back and forth to see. You know, that would take the cake if I set my flowers on fire, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say. Is that a good idea?
My candles are lit, guys, and I am ready. My microwave has been having issues trying to decide if it's going to work or not. Now, these recipes you can mix and match any way you want, okay? Now, the first one I am doing, oops, I forgot, Dave, my coconut's over there in that bag, in that box, underneath the potatoes. Can you hand it to me? This first one that I'm making is Mike's favorite. It's the Coconut Haystacks. Just two ingredients, Now, what you do is as you're melting your chocolate, you want to keep stirring. Why don't you move that out of his way, sorry. Keep stirring your chocolate so that you don't get hot spots and it all melts evenly, okay? All right, so now we're gonna microwave it again. Now, if you hear clicking in the background, that is our 17-year-old dog who has dementia, and he just goes in circles for hours. So just ignore the clicking. We can't put him up or anything. He gets too much anxiety, so we're just letting him live the rest of his days, because they're probably not going to be very many longer. All right. Now, you look like you've been having tech issues. Show the camera.
Do I look like I've been having tech issues?
Yes.
All right. So are we just on YouTube then?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now, here we go. Now, see how nice and smoothly that melts? This is the beauty of Almond Bark, is that it just melts just so nice. Then what you're going to do is you're going to adjust, and you can adjust this to however much you need. I don't even follow the recipe because I just dump. And then if I need more, then I'll just dump some more. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna dump some chocolate in and gonna stir it around. All right, just like so. Now, see how you're coating all that coconut, looking so delicious. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Okay, and then you just stir these two ingredients together, just the coconut and the chocolate, and you have Mike's #1 favorite candy. Isn't it, dear?
Yes, I actually absolutely, yeah, I absolutely adore this one.
Then you're gonna take a pan, which I guess I should have done something there. And you're gonna line it with waxed paper, parchment paper, whatever you have, and you're just gonna go in and just scoop your haystacks. Now, we went to Branson about a month ago, and what did you determine about your wife's haystacks, honey?
Oh, they are the absolute best. I always loved them, and the first time I ever tried them was when Tara worked at the fudge shop and she was making them there. But I've seen them at other places, and I almost never have bought them anywhere else. But we bought some at Branson, and they looked so amazing and great. But theirs, they were
like a rock.
It was like ground coconut, and they came out like baseballs, and we were
oh my goodness,
trying to just kind of shave off a little bit of the chocolate.
We had to keep gnawing some off with our teeth. It was awful. All right, so there's the coconut haystacks. So then you let this get hard, and then you can eat it, okay? Now, next is the peanut clusters. You take the same melted almond bark and you try to open the peanuts package. Now, I use roasted salted peanuts, okay? Why? Because I like this kind of sweet and salty. You know how they do the salty caramel, salty chocolate caramel stuff now? I really like that flavor combination. Now, I think the world needs more salt, so that's probably why. Sorry, Buster is having a moment.
Ooh.
All right, and then you just stir in these two together. Now, you want them coated, but you don't really want them dripping in chocolate, okay? So, as you're adjusting the recipe, sorry about that. As you're adjusting the recipe, then that's how you know the consistency, okay? Now, the recipe is in the description below. It's our 25 Christmas candies article that has been our #1 article for like, what, 8 years or something? I don't know, a really long time. Over 750,000 shares. I think it was, did you say 750? On
yeah, it was
social media.
I was pretty surprised. I didn't expect it to be that much.
Okay, so then we've got all, that's a good job. Thank you, Dave. We got all our peanut clusters here. Now these ones are gonna be saved for Mom for Christmas and Ellie. Nobody else really eats much peanuts around here. Well, BJ might, I don't know. Thank you, Dave. Okay, just like so. He can sneak through. He's very smart. He will find a way.
That's the problem there.
Okay. Then what you do is you let these get hard. And then you can enjoy both of these. Now I'm going to have Dave set these outside because we're in Colorado and it's cold right now. And we're going to let these get hard while I make the other candies real quick.
Don't start to hear that.
Just set it on top, Dave. Oh, that's fine.
Oh, yum. Yum.
Okay, and so these will get hard in just a few minutes. Now, here's the thing, guys. During Christmas, if you live in a cold weather climate, now this won't work in Mississippi or Alabama or something, but Florida. But if you live in a cold climate, we set all of our candies and stuff out in the garage or on the back porch. I have a special shelf Mike made me for cooling things. take one of these rugs and put it over there. And so we put them outside so that it doesn't take up all kinds of room in the freezer. All right. Next, we are going to make chocolate covered pretzels. All right. Now, oh dear. Just a second. All right. Now, if you have a Silpat, you can put this on a Silpat. Now let's see, chocolate covered pretzels. Okay, so Ellie and I went to Costco yesterday and she got these cool pretzel chips. So this is what I'm gonna be using for this recipe. Now, for these ones, you'll need to pick out the non-broken ones, okay? So just do all the whole pieces. But I thought this might be something different than normal for the chocolate covered pretzels. Just kind of a fun little, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. All right, so here's what we'll do. Now, you can do this one of two ways. You can either dip part of it, just like so. And here's the beauty, guys. If you guys have a small family and you don't want to make a whole bunch, you can melt one log of this almond bark and make all these different, oops, aw, here you go, honey. Oh, is that a romantic moment?
No,
there.
I'm not putting that on the YouTube. That'll get demonetized. No.
Well, we said it's not for children, so just kidding.
All right, so you just dip your pretzel in there and just let it drip off. And if you want, you can dip the whole thing in, okay? If you want. Now, you don't have to, but you can dip the whole thing just like so. Now, a lot of people do half because, well, quite frankly, it's just easier to dip them. All right, just like so, and get all these in here. Now, if your chocolate hardens up, just put it in the microwave for another 20 seconds and stir in between. If your chocolate gets water in it, it will seize up and it'll turn into like grainy, oh, what do you call it? Grainy lumps, I guess. Looks like big pieces of peas or, well, I don't know. It just depends on your chocolate, but it'll turn grainy. There's really not anything you can do. Now, sometimes you can put in a little shortening and you can try that, and I was able to save it once. But the big thing about making chocolate is to make sure, or using chocolate is to make sure that you don't get it wet. Okay, make sure everything is completely, perfectly dry. Okay, then what you can do is you can take any kind of sprinkles like that. I got my regular Christmas ones here. These are my Grinch Sprinkles that I sold for my soap. They're just sugar, but you can use them on soap. And I have my little Grinch colors here. Aren't those cute? Little Grinch right there. And then, this is also another thing that I had for my soap, but this is sugar flakes. It's like colored sugar flakes. And then you can just sprinkle that. Let's see. Can you guys see how pretty that is?
Yeah.
See that? So you can just do however many, whoops, broke that one. You can just do however many you want and get them, well, broke that one too. Oh dear.
Unless you start breaking.
Unless you start breaking them. All right. So that is the chocolate covered pretzels. Now, Next, we have our chocolate covered marshmallows. Now, you can get the great big camping marshmallows for this, but that's a mouthful. So honestly, if I were you, I would get the regular sized marshmallows, all right? Now, what you're gonna do is, whoops, oh dear, grabbed me a toothpick there. Didn't mean to do that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your marshmallow and you're gonna stick a toothpick in, like so. And then you're gonna take and just dip it in your chocolate, okay? Then if you want it just white, you can turn it upside down like this. Or if you want it to dribble down, you can put your chocolate on like so, and then just take your marshmallow off and set it on there like so, and then take your sprinkles just like so and decorate it up. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. And there you have your chocolate covered marshmallows. Okay?
Can you go put these out?
Got it? Okay, next.
Okay. Oh, be careful with the candle. It's flying out.
Next we have our almond bark. Now, for the almond bark, you can do this two ways. You can have two different colors, white and chocolate, or you can do just one color, whichever you want. Now, I have chocolate left over here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that down first. You want a lined cookie tray, and if you really like your almond bark, or I mean your peppermint bark minty, you can add mint extract, mint flavoring, however what part of the country you call it in, and then, oops, got a piece of pretzel in there, and put that in both layers. Now, we don't like it quite so minty. I mean, we like it minty, but, you know, there's a point. So spread a thin layer of your chocolate on the bottom, okay? And Dave is gonna, oh, I forgot. Oh, turn me on, honey.
Wait,
Don't.
turn the camera up here.
Don't.
No, that's not what she means.
No.
Wait, oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, Britt, I was just about to tell you,
Lights.
Britt said she is rocking the Santa hat.
Yeah.
I forgot to have you turn me on, honey. Okay, now, Dave's rolling his eyes in the background. Like, oh, my parents. Okay, now, got it all spread out here. Now, Dave, can you set this outside to get...
Yeah, do I grab the other one to the door?
Mm-hmm. All right.
You're getting some laughs for that.
All right, so here's the ones that are done. We'll let Mike sample in just a minute.
Ooh, yum.
All right, so then we're gonna take our almond bark and we're gonna melt it, the white, and we're gonna melt it, okay? All right, now we're gonna put this in the microwave.
Oh.
Sorry, Dave, you just got situated here.
Yeah, I thought you were going down.
Let me wash my hands real quick. All right, now, while I am doing that,
Oh,
Merry Christmas,
yum.
honey.
Thank you. Ooh, it's too pretty to eat it.
Is it haystack perfection once again?
Yes, and I can actually eat it.
You don't have to get a chisel to eat your haystack.
Oh, these are so amazing.
I was-
Actually, if you like coconut, you should really try these. They're like the best, and they were so much easier to make than I thought.
Yeah. I have to say, guys, try the recipes. They are super good. We go to places like Silver Dollar City, and we'll get a piece of candy or something from there, and we're like, okay, this really isn't that good. Like my grandma's peanut brittle recipe in here, it is the best peanut brittle recipe you will ever eat.
Except for if you go to Silver Dollar City, the cinnamon bread or whatever.
Dave says the
is
cinnamon bread.
Incredible.
Their cinnamon bread is incredible.
I don't remember what the mini store was called, but it's got, Ellie and I ate the cinnamon bread like twice a day, every day we were there.
You ate the cinnamon bread twice a day, every day because it was so delicious.
It was amazing, yeah.
Oh, people are saying the sweetest things about us, about being thankful for us.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. We're thankful for you too.
So I have to tell you something funny. So we had technical issues. The company that we used to do our show just canned our account for some reason. So we couldn't get on. So Dave said, man, this is going to either be a really good show. God is either telling us this is going to be a really good show, or he's telling us we should take a break for Thanksgiving. So I said, well, Dave, what is God telling you we should do? He said, I'm really thinking we should take a break for Thanksgiving.
Well, because when it's going to be a super incredible show, usually it's like 5 or 6 things that go wrong.
Oh,
Not
yes.
just one big thing.
All right, so here's my melted white chocolate. Okay, right there. Then you put just a little bit of peppermint flavor right there. Peppermint flavor. Okay?
Not that close.
Not
Yeah,
essential oil. Just peppermint flavoring, okay?
So no oil, just the flavor.
Well, we're done with that one. Okay. So we're putting that in, and then we're going to stir. And Dave, can you hand me the pan from outside?
Jesse says, I'm happy you're here. I was looking forward to it all day.
Aw, thanks. All right, so your chocolate is set up. And then what you're going to do is you're going to pour your white over the top.
Yum. This is the peppermint one?
Yes.
Oh, yum.
Now, we're going to pretend that we're sprinkling peppermint on top of here because I went shopping today and I got peppermints and I lost them somewhere in all the Christmas shopping stuff that I had started.
Probably brought them to the gifts area.
And
In your closet.
yes, they're probably in the mom's hiding the gifts area. Okay.
There's no
Now,
such area.
they know
Yeah,
there's such
we
area, and
both
they
know
know
where they
they
are.
know that if they find them, they're not going to get them. Okay, so we'll just pretend like we're putting peppermint on there, and instead we'll use our little Grinch Sprinkles here. Let's just go like this. You know, here's a little factoid about Tara. I absolutely hate The Grinch Stole Christmas. I think that's the stupidest Christmas movie ever made.
Oh, I like the animated one.
Sorry, guys. I
feel
know.
so sorry for the little dog, though. Oh, man.
I think it's cute concept, but I'm not a big fan of it.
Okay, then we're gonna have Dave set this outside.
Wait, do I need a camera up?
Yep.
Hang on, guys. Hang on. Oh, all right.
And he will let that harden. Now, we are gonna make one last candy here. And, I mean, it's so simple. It's just...
Don, we've had that happen too.
You know what? I'm not gonna make the second one because I'm out of trays. All you do is melt your chocolate, stir in some raisins, and you have chocolate covered raisin clusters.
Oh, yum.
Wow.
Oh, so do I need to make them now?
Sure. Well, if you're out of trays, you don't have to, but
I was out of
I'm
trays.
sure everyone is waiting with bated breath.
With bated breath.
Yes.
So that's it. Now, On the barks, guys, I have cherry extract. I have orange extract. You could use any flavoring of extract that you want with your bark. So what I would do is, if I used white bark with cherry flavoring, I would chop up some cherries and put in there, or use some red sprinkles and put on top. If I used orange, you could chop up some candied orange peels and put in there, or you could just use orange sprinkles. You can do 1,000 different combinations of whatever kind you want to do. So that's the beauty of making just the bark like that, and then you break it up and it looks really good, but we got to let it set. So here's the almond bark. And oh,
actually, you've never made it with confetti before, have you?
I have not.
That's cool looking.
Okay, so there is a piece.
Kind of hard to see, but yeah.
And they have the coolest sprinkles now, guys. I mean, use all the sprinkles.
And Grandma's on.
Do you want one, Dave?
She says, Happy Thanksgiving Eve.
Aw, Happy Thanksgiving Eve.
And tell Nick too.
So, you just break it up, guys.
Yes, Paula, it's delish.
And then put it on a pretty plate. There you go. So, anyway.
So I'm trying to decide. I still like the haystacks the best, but this is really good too. And actually, the pretzels are really good. I'm just not that too much into the salty sweet thing.
Sorry.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're really thankful to have you here. And we hope to see you again soon. And we're going to be doing more Christmas things. Right?
Yes. Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Please visit us at livingonadime.com.